current state of where you are in your business, right? So I want to get some details of, say, your target location. So what locations do you target? How many crews do you have? What bottlenecks are holding you back? I kind of want all that information.
Um, I have multiple sources for roofs. So meaning is that I am contracted with a couple different companies to work with them. So it doesn't matter. I mean, right now I have probably 10 roofs that need to be put on between two companies, and one company does things really quick. The other one takes a month to do things. So I'm trying to see if I need to pull away from the one completely or not. But, in a ways, as I am my own entity, and I just basically sign the contracts with the homeowners, and it's whatever company they want to go with or I recommend. Sometimes they know I work with multiple, sometimes they don't,
Yeah,
plain
okay.
and simple. But just due to the fact that I'm technically at my own business that is a 1099 contracted with them, um, and possibly one more is looking at popping up here in the next few months that I've been wanting to work with, but all the stuff that they need for the licensure for a contractor in the state of PA is in Ohio is a little slow.
Okay, perfect. So you work with multiple companies. Is there a reason as per why multiple or not just one?
Um, because most simplest terms, one just has they keep the one I primarily had been working with. They keep changing things up constantly, 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 and it's hurting them, and it's
Hmm.
hurting me because it's delaying everything. It's making
Okay.
everything take longer. Too many hands have to be in the cookie jar to approve a roof now with that company,
Okay,
and I
yeah, makes
I
sense.
get they're trying to develop a new structure,
Yeah,
but they're killing their own dollars. I
yeah.
mean, by stretching it out so long. And so in that process, I've had another company that I know the owner of for a long time. Actually, both. I mean, there's two. Really, what is there's a couple other places that I can go, but I've known, because I've been in the field, I've been in the trade. I know different people,
Yeah,
and so I said, let's try it. So they've been doing great. They've been doing a phenomenal job, and I
perfect.
might
That's
just I might
amazing.
just go over to them, but they primarily only do Ohio. And then because I'm on the Ohio PA border, I still do work in PA. So I have to have somebody in PA that could do it too. So that's kind of why I'm still with both of those,
Hmm.
is because only one can work in Ohio and the other one can work in both Ohio and PA. So if I move out of the one that does Ohio PA, I still need somebody that could do PA.
Okay, I see. Perfect. And okay, so you currently work with two companies then right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, so I'm looking at your lead form submission. You did mention low quality leads, so I kind of want you to elaborate on that. Are you getting low quality leads from these companies? Have you tried it yourself in the past? You got low quality leads? What's that
Um,
situation looking like?
I've yeah, I've done it in the past. I've had low quality leads. I've had couple different lead generation companies that I've worked with. I've even had some, people who do it through Meta that just drop the ball crazy and money out the door for nothing. But truly, these companies do not provide me with actual leads. Maybe I'll
Okay.
get one a month or something from them.
Okay, I
Otherwise,
see.
everything is word of mouth for me, um, or I'm knocking on doors when I'm out. In which to me is that's kind of a no brainer. If I'm out dealing with somebody in a damaged zone, of course I'm gonna knock at least 5, 10 houses around it. That's to me that's a waste of time if I don't do that.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I see. And you mentioned that you did work with lead generation companies in the past and you didn't get the results you wanted. Can you kind of explain that experience?
Some have been good, some have been bad. Ultimately, is some of them they just said that they weren't able to offer me any leads at the time.
Okay, I see.
And so I moved on to somebody else, other than the ads one that just kind of didn't exist. But I've had a company who they were providing me with leads, and then they're like, "Yep, give us a moment. We're our system's down." And I'm like, "Okay, their system's down." I'm pretty sure what it is they just either they either they were going through an internal change, or maybe what they were doing wasn't legal. I don't know.
Okay, I see. I see.
You know
So,
what I mean? I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
exactly what
yeah.
it was, but they couldn't give me any, so I went to another company. The other company gave me. I felt like I was. It wasn't true leads. It was like leads that have been passed down, and I'm like, no, I don't want to work with them, because that's not what I'm paying for. And then the last company I went with, the person who I had gotten leads from, they don't answer the phone. They don't exist no more.
Okay,
Somebody
yeah.
else took, I don't know. So I
Okay.
mean, it's been good and bad, but it's just having somebody that I can consistently get them from
Yeah.
has been hard to find.
Yeah, of course. I totally understand that. I mean, like just before I, kind of speak, I want to say like I want to give you your flowers for, actually investing in all of these companies with the initiative of, like with the purpose of actually scaling your business, right? And the
Yeah,
fact that you're on this meeting right now is that you haven't given up. So, yeah, like one thing I don't want you to limit yourself, on the terms of scaling your roofing business just because you had one bad experience, one or two bad lead generation companies, right? So yeah, that is something I just wanted to say. And yeah, I've dealt with two to three bad clients in the past, but that doesn't mean I will never take on more clients, right? So so I do understand you currently work with two lead generation companies. You previously did work with two lead generation companies. They didn't provide the results you wanted. And currently, you are only depending on these two companies to provide you leads, or do you have referrals, word of mouth, door knocking?
oh yeah, I have lots of referrals, lots of word of mouth.
That's great.
I can honestly say more than half of my business has been word of mouth, but the lead generation helps me maintain.
Yeah.
Um, well, the lead generation does help me not have to run around and door knock.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, I understand that. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't want to do just door knocking. I will door knock around to
Yeah.
where I already have a lead set up, which is easy as peasy. But just going out and door knocking cold, not knowing anybody, I haven't gone back to that. I don't want to go back to that. So this is where I'm trying to not have to do that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean
Because
like
either that or I bring some other guys underneath me and they just do all the door knocking. But
yeah.
I don't see it worth the energy to try to train and develop that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in a management position at one of these companies, and I moved out of it because they weren't paying me enough to do that.
Okay, okay, I see, I see, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, referrals and word of mouth are like awesome. I get them too, but obviously, like they're not trackable or scalable, right? You would want a proper system in place to feed you appointments every single week.
True.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, right before I go into the system, I mean, thank you for all the information that you have told me. Just to get a little bit into numbers. So, like, how many, say, roofs are you doing per month right now, and how many would you like to be doing?
I mean, if everything's going correctly, I usually have between 2 and 3 roofs a week,
Okay.
in which is between. I'm going to say really my low end has been 8 the past few months. High is around 20.
Okay.
So between, I'd like to be between the 10 and 20 roofs a month.
Perfect.
Personally, not with the rest of the team, not with
Okay.
anybody else.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
Um, so if I can get 10 to 20, if I can get another 10, if I can easily get 10 more, then that'd be great. And then as I just kind of see how that works. Of course, I want to up that. I mean, because I don't see why I can't have. Truly is if I can get a roof on every day, heck, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Of
But
course.
I know the amount of contacts and people I have to see in order to get that. So if I can find a lead source that helps me to do that, then of course I want to do more. But right now I'm like, I don't know how busy 10 more on top of my current schedule would be. So that's I'm being realistic with that.
Okay, okay, of course, of course. So 10 to 20 roofs a month realistically, but obviously if you could do one every day, that would be great. So aiming to the high 20s then. Okay, that's perfect. And
Yeah.
um so you want to be, hitting the high 20s every single month. Is there anything like holding you back from that? Is it these two lead generation companies you're working with? Like is it the door knocking? What do you think could
Uh, the
possibly be?
they're the I mean I can go and do them if I just want to go door knocking, but I don't want to be beating on doors all day long.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, no one does,
So
right?
I mean I could tell you last year I actually we had an in-house competition and I put in 32 I put on 32 roofs and well, I had contracts for 32 roofs in less than a month. Competing on that level. We had a friendly competition, and one of the young guys was like, "Hey, I could do that." And I'm like, "All right, let's go, let's go." So I mean, that's not a problem. It's just I don't want to beat the doors, and I'd
Of
like to have
course.
leads.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
like to have some leads that come in that are uh, truly kind of pre vetted, at least verified that they truly want a roof, that they're truly interested in a roof, not just yeah, come out and take a look.
Yeah, of
We
course.
had rain.
Yeah, okay, okay. Of course, I totally get that. Yeah, don't worry. I operate on an appointment basis, so I don't do pay per lead in the sense you're not going to get a bunch of leads that are just price shopping or anything like that. So, yeah, I mean, no one wants to be door knocking, especially nowadays with the possibility of having a really good system in place. No one wants to be out there door knocking, man. But on the topics of goal revenue and what it could potentially do for you, do you kind of have a good number that you are aiming for?
Um, no,
Okay,
no,
okay, okay,
I'm
perfect.
I'm not. I am not trying to. To me, this is the start. This is not my goal. I want to see what this looks like. If it could start
Oh
producing
yeah,
again,
oh yeah, of
if we
course.
could start producing it again, then is where I'm gonna start putting some goals in there.
Perfect,
This is just testing to me. This is testing the water, see what you guys can do,
perfect,
see what I
perfect.
can do
Okay, perfect.
with it, with what you give me.
All right, amazing, amazing. And okay, yeah, so I do have a lot of notes down information, so I thank you for that. And yeah, so I'll be moving straight into the system. I'll just be explaining it. So is there any more questions you have on your end?
Nope.
All right, perfect, man. So, um, if you just one question, did you check my website, my landing page out? I did send it through SMS. So that's where I do have all my
Yeah.
client results down. Okay, perfect, perfect. So I like all my prospects just to skim over my website, just to look at all the client results I have instead of me having to go through everything on the meeting. So yeah, I mean
Yep.
obviously, so I had all the meta ad results. Peter, the owner of Metal Roof Ottawa, over $200,000 in revenue. So the system I'm about to explain, it's not any wishy-washy system. It's proven to work, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know that you mentioned that you had experience with Meta with these other lead generation companies and you didn't get what you wanted, right? So I do actually work with specifically Meta ads, but I don't operate the same way as these other marketing agencies. I don't publish generic meta ads. So I have an AI tool that scrapes homeowners, that are looking for a roof in the past 30 days, right? And these meta ads are targeted to your specific homeowner criteria. So obviously if this
Yep.
does go through, we would book an onboarding meeting. You would give me basically your homeowner criteria and I would well, I have a team of editors, so you don't have to worry that, my other clients, is it going to be time consuming? No. I do have a team of editors that will test every single week and double down on what works. All right. So,
Cool.
yeah, so the meta ads is in check. So we target homeowners that are interested in the roof and are specifically your criteria. Okay. and that is the first step. So we would like videos and photos specifically from your business, say a completed roof, your team on a roof, you the owner in front of a completed roof. Sorry, man, my voice. In front of a
You're
completed
good.
roof. So, and then obviously we have our own stock AI photos and AI videos that we would add. All right. And obviously your brand logo and
Yep.
stuff. So that is the meta ads. It's not generic, and I know you might have used it before. Don't worry, it's not gonna flop. Next is the funnel. All right. So this is where we have our list of questions. It can either be a custom lead form or a landing page. We would obviously want your company website so we can tailor the landing page to your client. So brand colors, your logo, all of that, and a custom list of questions. It is not a generic set of questions based off the criteria of your homeowner. We would have a list of questions, and it's as simple as that. And the last step is the appointment setting basis. So this is, say, the most important part. So me and my team, 2 to 3 other people, we call and text every lead that comes in within 3 to 5 minutes. All right. So the purpose of this is just to reconfirm their information. All right. If they are meeting your criteria and if they are interested in actually getting their roof replaced, repaired, whatever. Right. So my purpose
Yep.
is to not provide you any appointments that are of which homeowners that are not interested in getting their roof replaced or repaired. That's why we call
Yeah.
them, text them, reconfirm their information, and only if they meet your criteria, we book them onto your calendar based off your availability. So that is the whole system. I do have a team of editors, and the purpose. So I'll be straight up paid advertising, right? I don't want to promise you a numerous amount of jobs the first month because the truth is the first month it's a lot of testing. We for every
Yeah.
single yeah, so for every single company it's not the same, right? Based off your um like the locations where you target, right? All of that, it is not going to be you're not going to get the same results as another company, right? So the first month is going to be a lot of testing. We're going to see what works and what doesn't, and the results are going to ramp up over time. So I'm not going to, yeah, so I'll just be honest with you. That's what I like doing with all my contractors that I have meetings with. But yeah, you will get results. You will
Okay.
get results. So during the first month, we aim to get you around 20 to 30 leads, which convert to around to uh, 7 to 10 appointments. So yeah, you usually around 7 to 9 appointments, and based off your closing rate. So yeah, on the topic of closing rate, would you happen to know your closing rate?
Just depends upon what they want.
Well, sorry.
If they want a new roof. If depends upon what they
Oh,
want.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Of
You
course,
know.
yeah.
I mean, when I've had leads like this in the past, I've had people that I go, I need this wood burning chimney flute taken out of my roof.
Okay, okay. Now that
Okay.
makes sense.
Or
Yeah.
or or I've gotten up on a roof and and the person's like, yeah, I got some damage over here, and I'm like, no, no, that looks normal. That looks normal. Homeowners
Yeah,
don't
yeah, of
know. So I mean,
course.
it truly just comes down to what it is they need. I mean, if they truly need a new roof up there, I mean, it's 50-50 for me. I mean, I have great conversations with people. I know how to build rapport with people. That's why I'm good at
That's
what I
amazing.
do, why I have multiple companies that want me to work with them, things like that. I mean, that's not the problem. It's getting good leads that they need roofs, that they need something done. And I mean, I can present them with options. I can present them with metal roofs. I can present them with shingle roofs. I can, I mean, I could
Perfect.
pretty much put any brand of shingle on that I can get in my area between those companies. If it is, if they have interior damage with it, I can also take care of that. So I mean, not a lot of companies will do pretty much anything on for the job, like completing it.
Amazing.
So
Perfect.
I have a very good rate on percentage rate on that. It just the other part is if it's an insurance claim, it'll take longer, and there's different things I have to do for that. So I mean, if there is storm damage, like our area, we got hit by a tornado 22 days ago, and small one, small burst. So I mean, I still have people call me up for that, and I'm still meeting with insurance adjusters. I met with an insurance adjuster yesterday
Mm.
from the July 5th storm. So I
Okay.
mean, it takes that long just to meet with an adjuster and
Yeah.
then them write up stuff, and then now we can work with the homeowner. So, I mean, I've honestly, I tell you, I'm at least a 50-50, if not higher percentage, but it depends upon what I have to do.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
If it's just a retail rate, then yeah, I'm very competitive because depending upon what the homeowner wants, I have different options available for him.
Okay. Okay, amazing. That is awesome to hear. And yeah, so that makes sense, right? It totally depends on what the homeowner wants, and I agree with you on that. So yeah, and that is the last step. When me and my team book the appointment on your calendar, you go to their home and close the job, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that is the system. And for the back end, I use do you happen to know what Go High Level is? Maybe your other lead generation companies might use it.
What was the name again?
Go High Level, GoHighLevel. That is my backend system. So I can just share my screen really
Okay,
quick and show it to you if you would like.
uh, I've seen it before.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah, so this is where I keep all your leads. I have a detailed pipeline, so you're not going to lose any leads. I keep track of them. So that's great. And I'm not going to make you pay extra for that because if I did it'll be like an extra like 150 a month or something. So yeah, so the backend system is what I use to keep all of your leads intact and safe and trackable. And yeah, that is the whole system. So the ads to the funnel to the appointment setting and the backend system and my team working on it, and this is all tailored to your business. All right. This is not any generic sort of ad, generic funnel, generic appointment setting tailored to your business. So how does that?
Got it.
Perfect. And yeah, so now if there's no other questions, I'll move straight into the price. So the price is it's like just 1,000 like for everything. So I operate on a 997 monthly retainer for for the whole system, back end, and for everything. And
Okay.
that is apart from so when it comes to meta ads, there is an ad spend, right? So we start off at 30 a day, and
Yep.
this money obviously doesn't go to me. This is mandatory for like to run meta ads. So the 997 monthly retainer and the ad spend to Facebook to run the ads. And I know, you obviously dealt with other marketing agencies that didn't provide you results, right? So I like to input a 60-day money back guarantee. So I don't want you to have that fear or stress, ah man, you know, I put in the money, I don't know. But obviously I don't want you to worry because I've never had to refund any of my clients, right? I've always gotten them results. So yeah, I do have a 60-day money back guarantee. If I don't make you more than like the monthly retainer in 2 months. So 997 times 2, 2K. I refund you back the 2K in 60 days, right? So yeah. And it's as simple as that. So I want to just hear your input on that, man.
Nope, you're good. So the when we schedule out the 30 a day, that comes directly from me, or am I paying you that and then you guys siphoning it in?
Uh,
Like, how is that?
so if this does go through, we would hop on an onboarding meeting and you would just put your card on file on your Facebook account. If you already have a Facebook account, we would use that. If not, we would just make a new one. It takes not long at all, and you would just put your card on file, so it would just take 30 a day out. So you don't have to pay me extra on on meeting or anything
Okay,
like that. Yeah.
got it. Okay. And then what are you so you're expecting from this? Um, I get the first month. It's I know the first few months take some time
Yeah, of
to
course. Yeah.
some people say ramp up, build up, scale up. However, um, what is your average um, lead that starts being produced from this?
So my
You know,
average,
where is our average normally within a few months?
so my
I
average,
mean, because I'm just saying is I get the ramp up
yeah, yeah, of course.
is there, but
So my average cost per lead, or like how many leads am I getting you? Like what's the
how
specific
many
question?
leads am I looking at getting? You know, a monthly.
Okay, monthly. So first month, obviously, it will be around the 20. So I aim for low 20s, mid 20s, and the way the results work is that like the more results you want, you would increase the ad spend, right? So we don't drastically increase ad spend. We would go from 30 to maybe like 35 or 40, then 40 to 50, but we wouldn't increase you after the first month or two. We would keep you at 30 a day. And with 30 a day within the third month, I personally aim to get you around the low 30s, like toward the mid 30s. I aim for that. And once we bump up to 40, that's when you start getting 40, 50, 60 leads, right? But obviously
Okay.
so it does um based like per roofing contractor, there have been different results, and that's
Yeah.
kind of been mainly because of like the target location and stuff, and like the demand in
Yeah.
that area. So yeah, but those are
Yeah.
my goals. Those are my goals. Some people have gotten close to the high 20s off of just 30 a day. Some have gotten low 20s off 30 a day, right? But those are kind
Yeah.
of base goals I keep for myself.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that's honestly, that seems reasonable. I just need to take a look at what what I already have obligated here this month, and maybe I'm trying. You know, I don't think I can start here this week. It might take me a week or two to get this
Okay.
rolling.
Wait, so like don't mind me asking, what do you mean by obligated this week? Like do you have other jobs and stuff or?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if I'm going to move on this, I'm probably going to pause on a lead generator that I've worked with in the past. So I need to stop that,
Okay,
find
yeah,
out
yeah,
when
of
I can
course.
stop that, and so that way I'm not spending a lot more money on stuff um that you know, I mean, I don't know. I need a couple days to think on how I want to do
Okay,
this.
yeah. Yeah, so just before we say not end the meeting, but like as it's
Yeah,
coming toward an end,
yeah,
I do have a lot of these meetings, right? So
yeah,
I do want one thing from you, and obviously no pressure into paying, right? I want you to make sure it's the right move for you. I just
yeah,
want a yes or no. Like, Arian, you're ready to move on, or no, I don't want to move on. I just want, kind of a set answer so I know when we get off this meeting. I don't have to, because I know, Thomas, you do not want me calling and texting you every day. Hey, Thomas, like, have you made your decision yet? Right? So,
yeah,
yeah, so
yeah.
I was like a yes or no by the end of the meeting for
Uh,
sure.
I am very interested. I think
Okay.
this is I mean, the dollar amount is it's there. I can see doing that. Um, you know, it's going to come down to a test trial is worth it. You know, and then if the leads are good, then you know I would love to continue on and as you said, maybe add to the lead spend as I've tried to do it with others and just hasn't happened. But I like this.
Yeah,
So
perfect. Okay.
it's not a no. It's a I want to move on it. I gotta put it in the budget. I got to look at what I currently have in the budget,
Yeah, of course.
which you know I know, but I gotta play with it here and
Yeah.
see. Technically, I guess when to say yes, let's go, and when to say no. Again, you know, I didn't know again, I didn't know your system. I didn't know your retainer. I didn't know the amount of potential
Yeah, of course.
leads. So all those things, as you're saying, is I like it. It's it's just a matter of when I want to do it here.
Yeah,
So it's
okay.
not. It's definitely not a no.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So what I do, um, Thomas, is obviously like to keep your spot saved, right? Because I do have a certain number of spots open, and you seem like you're interested, and you seem like a great type of person to work with, right? You seem like you are confident and you will work hard on this, right? So what I usually do is I take a small deposit on the meeting to make sure that you are interested and I can save your spot, right? So I usually just do a small $50 deposit to keep your spot secured. And say in a few days you're like, Arian, okay, I'm not interested anymore. I give you that 50 back. All right? But that's just for the sake of keeping your spot secured.
Got it. I'm not interested in doing that.
Okay.
So if I did have a question though, is what is when you're doing the lead generation ad, what are you looking at the radius to be?
Well, that would depend on you.
Got it.
Yeah, so like you would
Got
have
it.
to
Okay.
tell me that, right?
I'd be
Yeah.
able to set that up. Yeah, yeah, because it's
Okay.
it's a meta ad, so you can demographic. Yeah, I'm not putting any money down today on it. I understand that you want that, but again, I've I've just done this so many times with other
Yeah, of
companies that
course. Okay, I see.
I'm like, truly, I'm like, if you would have told me over the phone that you used to go high level, you're looking at the 20 to 30 leads to start, 7 to 10 appointments, it's $1,000 retainer, and it's the $30 a day med ad. I'll be like, I like that option. That's all I needed over the phone because I've 2 years I've done tried to do this and get going somewhere. And again, I've had some companies that I loved and then they just poof vanish.
Yeah, of
Or I've
course.
had meta ad ones where they produce me nothing for 3 months and I'm pissed off with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So
why I do have the results on my landing page. That's why I
yeah,
have the guarantee built in.
yeah.
That's why I obviously try to keep it as safe as possible, right? And
I
and
had that through the other company too.
yeah,
They
yeah,
had the videos of clients that loved them, and again,
yeah,
I get it. Some things work in certain markets better than other markets. I get that. I get that. But yeah, that other company, they said they had a guarantee too. And I'm like, you didn't guarantee me nothing and you didn't give me anything back.
okay, yeah. I mean, I have a contract like behind all this,
Yeah,
so
but
yeah,
I mean, it's not like I'm not like I'm going to take you to court
yeah,
over two
of
thousand
course,
dollars.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the problem.
Yeah, so I mean, that's all good. I'm totally cool with your
Okay.
situation. So what we can do is you said in a week, so we can book a meeting in a week, so we can hop on that meeting, and if you want like to share anything, we can do it on that meeting instead of me having like to text you in 2 days, in 3 days, in 5 days. We can just book a follow-up meeting and get it all finalized there. So how does that sound?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, yeah, a week would be the earliest, probably. My brain, honestly, again, is just thinking more like week to 2 weeks. So,
Okay.
um,
Okay, so I'll book
I'm
that meeting in a week just to see where you currently are, and
all
then
right.
we can move from there. All right, so but is there any other questions that you have?
No,
Okay,
I get it. I mean, I like what you're telling me. We just got to see how it plays out, and is it worth me? Is it worth doing it?
yeah,
So I
of
mean,
course.
it's there. I like it.
Okay,
So
perfect, man. I'll book that meeting in a week, and I'll follow up, I think like once or twice before that, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you have. All right, man?
yeah, and same time, 9:30 next
All right.
Thursday.
Yeah, perfect, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great day, Thomas.
Thanks.
Bye. Yeah, I gotta get to my job. This guy. Hello, Sukadeep. I did an extra.